So Flow has a new magazine out, so let's look at it. So this is their new magazine, issue 43. This is the cover. It's kind of like a jello dessert. It almost looks like fabric. So it says, treat yourself like someone you love. It's extra note cards and nature journals. So those are going to be the extras. And then down at the bottom, mini course, Living with Courage. Jennifer Egan, being a late bloomer has been a blessing. Start a nature journal for a calmer mind, and closure, letting go of a big love. And the back says, spread the slow. So I'm so excited to finally look at this. I've had it for a while, but I just haven't had a chance to open it. So finally we get to look at it. All right, so let's get started. Ooh, this is so pretty. Looks like it's from the same artist as the front, but there's so many like jello cakes, and I love how transparent they all are and like the layers that it's making. This is really cool. We've got that little section where you can write your name. And then let's go to the next page. I keep forgetting that this is the magazine and not the Book for Paper Lovers. It says subscribe to our newsletter. And this is art from one of their Book for Paper Lovers. I remember it because I was like, oh, that's so cute. Then we have a letter from the creative director, Irene, and it says, catching my breath. So in it, she talks about how sometimes, you know, life can be full of worries and there's lots to do and deadlines and things. And sometimes she feels like she just has to think her way through it, but she's found that what she really needs is space and time to just catch her breath. So that's what she's kind of explaining there. Then we get into the contents. Here's like a little glimpse of the creative gifts. That's exciting. The grow section, the glow section, and then the slow section. All right, so we get into our first article and it says, am I living consciously enough? Journalist Roos van Hennekeller wants to live more sustainably and mindfully and really does her best. But when is it good enough? I don't really think that this is something I can relate to. I don't really strive to live a zero waste life, dressed fully head to toe in fair trade. So we've got a picture of like a sustainable village, it looks like. Ooh, pretty. I love the art for this magazine, like for the different sections. I'm excited to see what they have for the other two. What are you up to? So we've got Pauline, a textile designer, Iona, a fair trade spice brand founder, and Bagi, a musician. Ooh, I love this like office space. It's so cute. It's probably because of the swatches. I'm always like, swatches? Oh wow, what is that? I've never seen that before. I kind of wish that they had like a little blurb like explaining some of the photos, like this is whatever that is. Like, is that how that's supposed to look? I'm gonna have to Google that later. I think this is a really like interesting career path, going out and finding spices. That's pretty cool. Needing 8 hours of sleep is a myth. Let's see. Ensuring a good night's rest actually begins during the day with rhythm and regular breaks, says British sleep coach Nick Littlehales. Even getting up to grab a glass of water gives your brain a rest. A lot of life is built upon routine, you know, like you really have to have like a cycle of how you live, even if it's boring, for you to be able to like be successful in other ways. So it says, what if you can't sleep because of whatever factors, like moving, having kids? It says, try not to worry about the fact that you're awake. All you need to do is move through each 24-hour cycle from one cycle to the next. Even if you don't sleep, you can like, it has the quote right here, do something calming, like read a book or watch a calming documentary. My Body, and this is illustrator Boris, and he's an art educator. Letting go of a past love. How do you recover after a relationship ends? It turns out to be quite a profound question. This is very pretty art. It looks like she's looking out a window, pondering life. Ooh, I love that they like have the consistent art style for this article. I personally did go through a heartbreak, which was so annoying. I found that I just had to realize that it was going to happen and know that it would pass eventually. And it did. It did. I always thought success was meant for other people. I have not heard of any of her books. It's The Invisible Circus, A Visit from the Goon Squad. I mean, those are pretty interesting titles. I'm like, my curiosity is piqued. Like, what's that about? Is it like literal or is it more, you know, metaphorical? I don't know why, but these are my favorite pages. It's like, oh, book for paper lovers. Like, I love those. Ode to myself. Are you ever proud of yourself? And if you are, do you dare shout it from the rooftops or not at all? I would say I probably would share it with my mom, and that's pretty much it. So here's the next section. Let's see. I feel like it looks pretty similar to this one. There's different colors. I like this. You can't pour from an empty cup. Be kind to yourself. It's so true. Dutch artist Hagar Vardaman grew up with a mother who spun, dyed, and wove wool by hand. Now she uses thread herself, embroidering old photographs. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I wonder if that's what's happening up here. I don't know. I don't know if she's the same artist, but you can see her art where she puts embroidery on photos, and it looks so unique, I would say. Definitely gives it like a glitchy TV screen look. Oh, wow. That one is like the most striking because it's like cool colors with these really warm colors on top. It's like, whew. So it's thread on thick paper. I was wondering because I was thinking like, how thick is this paper? Like, how are you not tearing it? That one is really cool. I think it just has like a lot of movement, especially with the way she's standing. Let's keep going. Let me get into an article about Diane von Furstenberg. As the creator of the iconic wrap dress, Diane became a symbol of her time. I haven't really read anything or know much about Diane von Furstenberg, but I am still trying to read the memoir called Grace about, I think she's the creative or was the creative director of Vogue. I can't remember. I've been really bad about reading and finishing books lately, but it's still something I'm trying to tackle. I love the look of this spread, like the kind of collage-y look. It says 5 insights of Caroline, I'm going to say Bouise, but I really don't know how to say it, but it says, what lessons have you learned from life? In this series, we invite different people to share their insights with us. This time, it's Caroline Bouise, journalist and creative managing editor of Flow. And she's done some of the like letters at the beginning in like Flow books and stuff like that. Don't be afraid of the uncertainty void. So basically, don't worry if you don't know the answer. We all get rejected. It took me a long time to understand that learning something new or trying something different doesn't happen without occasional failure. I mean, that is so important, especially for different people who are going through life changes and, you know, like trying to get a new job. You know, you're gonna experience that, but you can't let it get you down. 3, surround yourself with beauty. A single vase in a vase or a pretty postcard on the wall. 4, don't overthink. I feel like this is so true. There's that like turn of phrase, worrying just means you suffer twice or something like that. Acquaintances are okay. Acquaintances, it feels like an old-fashioned word. Basically, you can have people you spend occasional time with and you don't have to feel like, oh, I have to like keep up with them all the time. It's okay to have acquaintances, which I agree with. I feel like basically my friends are acquaintances and it's manageable for me. Oh, it's my favorite part of any magazine, kind of, I guess, but it's the interior design section. French designer Lisa Gachet can create an interior just as effortlessly as she designs a dress. This is her Paris apartment. Very pretty, has like some modern aspects to it, like the glass table, the color. I like the couch. She's got this, what is this called? Console with lots of color here. She's got like some modern stuff. I feel like this is more like, I don't know, of this era. Gen Z, I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, this I love right here. She's got the wavy thing going on, the fluted glass. This page is definitely, or not this page, but this section of the house is my favorite, I would say. I love like the yellow with the wood, how she styled the shelves with records and a lamp. And also her outfit is so cute. And her hair. Okay, let's keep going. So this looks like it's her dining room. She got her exercise ball. I have to be honest and say it's not really my style, like the 80s aspect of it and like the early 90s. To me, this is like 90s, 80s. It's like, ugh, but I really don't like that style. But I love like the natural elements, like the wood and like this section. I like the wood here and like I said here. But this isn't really my jam, but I know a lot of people are into it. And she's turned all her books backwards to kind of like neutralize this area. Oh, this is her room. I like her room a lot. It's like more earthy colors, terracottas and things like that. Oh, she's got a baby. I see some baby stuff. Ooh, pretty. So much yellow. Food, glorious food. Japanese illustrator Ayu. I can't tell if that's a T or a I. We'll say Twashima. Loves making delicious things that she draws and eats too, of course. Oh, that's cool. I love her style. Ooh, wow, it keeps going. So cute. Something that's just a bit off in a drawing adds extra charm to it. I can probably see that here in this radish even, how it just kind of slightly goes that way. Ooh, afternoon projects, leaf art. Crafter Ellen Bijvonk shows you how to draw patterns on leaves. All right, so we get Mod Podge, looks like a pen, one of those jelly pens, or a Posca marker, some clean leaves, and it says don't overthink it, simply start drawing shapes like dots, circles, lines, twigs, and geometric patterns. I didn't know Posca made tiny pens. Oh wow. So once the ink is completely dry, you can apply a layer of Mod Podge to the front and back if you like. Let it dry well. And then if you want it flat, you can put it between the paper towel and a few heavy books on top to press them. There's some of her examples. I like that one, that's cute. It's like a leaf with leaf art on it. And then we have our next section. So it's the same style, but then we have like a yellowy green. Oh my gosh, coloring pages. Is there a bunch of them? I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so we have a bunch of fruit. Oh, it was just one. Homesick for Pakistan. Wilma van der Matten was a correspondent in Asia for more than 2 decades before spending 7 years in Pakistan. Then suddenly she was no longer allowed in the country. So we've got some pictures of probably from her travels. And it says, I found a sense of peace in Pakistan that I had never experienced before. And I've kind of gleaned over them, but so far we've seen like 3 columns on random pages. The books of my life. Which books have made a lasting impression on American writer Andre Aciman? Or Aciman? I'm not sure. I haven't read any of these. I tried reading this one, I think. And when I say try, I mean like the first page. Okay. Sometimes when I get to a page, I'm like, that is so pretty. And I have to like, rein myself in. But yeah, this is really pretty. Lessons in Love. Margriette, 38 graphic designer, didn't realize until much later that you can't change someone else. That's for sure. Oh, then we're into the next section. Seeing the Wood. Keeping a nature journal helps you stay connected in the natural world. We have all these people marching in a line. Nature doesn't repeat itself. You have to observe carefully. There is randomness. And here's the little extra. This is a nature journal. Take the glue off. So, how to use it. It's not about making beautiful pictures or creating art, but about understanding things. Oh, and it's got like this kind of like natural looking texture to it. Pretty. Okay, let's put it back in there. Did we already encounter all of our extras? I can't remember. Note cards and nature journal. So we still haven't seen the note cards yet. Okay. Living with courage. Saying what you really think more often. Changing course entirely. Traveling alone. Dyeing your hair pink. Etc. We have another like subscribe page. I'm guessing this isn't for the US. But let's keep going. How I got to know myself through grief. I feel like she's written 3 things so far, including this article. She's done like 2 columns and then there's this. The power of small. Many people are creatures of habit and find it hard to change things in their lives. You don't say. Rearranging furniture, trying new recipes, countless hobbies, courses, jobs, and pursuits. I love change. I love the art. I haven't read it, but I'm kind of getting the sense from the last sentence. Change is never small. Every change can be meaningful, no matter how minimal. Means, bringing change into your life helps you have like a flexible mind and embrace new experiences in life. So we have note cards for friendly words and kind thoughts because you can never have too many of those. So we have some note cards. I haven't looked through all of Flow's like magazines and things like that, but I do notice that they have been using a lot of neon lately. And I remember seeing a comment on someone's channel, I don't know if it was mine or someone else's, like, what's with all the neon? And I kind of have to agree because it's not like conventionally attractive. You know what I mean? Like this like ultra bright orange. It's kind of like highlighter colors. But I do feel like it kind of maybe fits with the aesthetics of the current times. All right, and we're on the last page. It says, French illustrator Virginie Cognier on the Finnish author and artist Tove Jansson. And that's it. Yay, I'm glad I finally got to look through this. It's always fun to get to look at like art and get a glimpse at different artists' lives and things like that. Let me know if you want to see more Flow magazine flip throughs from me, or if I should just stick to the books for paper lovers. I don't know that I really have much to contribute as far as like looking through the magazines because I can't really get through the articles. It's mostly just like a critique on, or not necessarily critique, but like my thoughts on the layouts and things like that. And yeah, I'm just curious if that's something you're interested in watching. But let me know, and I hope you have a great day and treat yourself like someone you love. Bye.